Hello, good evening, greetings, and salutations. It is your lockdown Lothario Lord Vale, and I'm just here to kind of bullshit with you, maybe have a couple drinks, and talk about whatever pops up. Um, Before we begin, I would like to thank my sponsors, because I actually do have them now. Stefan LLC Group. If you need interstate travel to find or reach a new employer, Stefan LLC Group is your number one choice. And we're also affiliated with randominterviews.com and of course lordvale.com, where you can find my awesome book, Presenting the Aftermath. It's basically a bloody good time. It's really campy fun if you're into things like nuclear zombies and rock stars. Yeah, it's about the speed of it. So anyway, welcome to the show. Welcome back for some of you. What I got in my glass tonight is Mocikat. I'm not sponsored by them, but I do love them. Thank you, Preston. You know who you are. This stuff right here. So it's a lot of fun to drink. Not that I get to drink very often anymore, but here we are. So, been watching a few movies recently, and one that caught my attention that kind of made me laugh a lot was Lucky Grandma. I'm not going to spoil or ruin anything for anybody, but it is a new movie, and it's definitely worth the watch, especially for the crowd who likes subtitles. I've also been reading, I mentioned in my last show, a lot of independent books, including this one by S.V. Filice. I hope I pronounce your name right. I think I keep pronouncing it wrong, and I'm very sorry, Samantha. Please forgive me. But yeah, read The Summoning if you love to read, if you're really into books. Seriously, check her out. And Anna Mocikat, like Behind Blue Eyes, and she's got just amazing humor, amazing wit, especially if you're into the cyberpunk genre like I am, and also the lovely Kelly Miller. I'm really, a lot of you who know me personally know that I'm really into Jane Austen's work, so pretty much everything by Kelly Miller I will just absorb. It will, it's going to go right into my veins. I'm all about it. So, give us indie authors a try if you're looking for something different than the norm. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by what you find with us. Just because we can't afford things like, editors and publishing companies, or, even to be noticed. That doesn't mean we're bad writers. Some of us are pretty damn good. The authors that I just mentioned are included among that pretty damn good lot that I was talking about there. So I want to give some little-known facts about me. I say little-known because I don't really have a large circle of friends, so if you're in my circle of friends, that means I just love you dearly, and I'm very glad to know you, privileged. So here goes. So here's a few facts about me. I am obsessively clean with my toilets. I don't know why. I have to keep them spotless. It's just a thing. I don't understand it. It's just something I have to deal with. I'll leave the girls' bathroom alone for a while and let my wife clean her toilet and stuff. Not that she ever does. I still do it for her, but I'm obsessively clean about my toilet. It's got to be super clean. Another really awkward quirk of mine is chopsticks. I will use them on things that chopsticks shouldn't be used on, like, mashed potatoes. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I just do it. Can't explain it. It's a thing. Might be a sickness. I don't know. But yeah, I'll use them on things that you just shouldn't use chopsticks on. Horror movies. I think that's an obvious one because, my dream is to host a horror show. But I'm really obsessed with horror movies, but not just any horror movies. There are some horror movie genres that I don't like. I was discussing it with a friend of mine on Instagram, Sarah. Hi, Sarah. We were talking about the fact that I absolutely despise most Christmas horror. Probably because I can't stand Christmas very much. I don't know why I bought that one. That's just a... But, so I feel like when I'm watching a horror movie, it's being invaded by Christmas. So I take offense to that. Except, you know, movies like Krampus and Die Hard, that are pretty damn awesome. But Die Hard's not technically a horror movie, but it is a Christmas movie. Fight me. But yeah, so I don't like Christmas horror. Not that I don't watch it. I mean, I don't get scared by it. I just get bored and annoyed by it. So, yeah. I think my favorite movie, off topic, my favorite movie of probably 2019 was Midsummer. I haven't picked a favorite movie for 2020, but it's probably going to be Bill and Ted, the new Bill and Ted movie, which brings us to the next really odd thing about me is I really like brain dead movies. Some movies I like them because they're intentionally brain dead. Like I love both of the previous Bill and Ted movies. So, you know, it's the new Bill and Ted movie that's coming up. I know that I'm just going to absorb it. I'm going to turn off the brain, maybe crack open a beverage, and just enjoy the hell out of it, because sometimes that's what you need. You know, you just need to embrace the ridiculous. And it is a comedy, you know, stars my dude Keanu Reeves. Love that guy, you know. And Samara Weaving, oh, she's just amazing. If you haven't seen Guns Akimbo, she plays the psychopathic killer Nix. Yeah, she's a badass. She's a beast. Just watch that movie, you'll see. Turn off the brain. It's another one where you just turn off the brain and enjoy the ride. You know, Daniel Radcliffe is totally amazing in that. You just completely believe everybody in this movie. Guns Akimbo, it's great. But I love intentionally bad movies sometimes. Like some of the best movies in my collection are movies that people think are just awful, but I happen to love them. So there we are. That's another weird quirk of mine. So if you think a movie's bad, or if you think it's just beneath you to watch, I probably love it. You know, I'm gonna say that. Another thing is, aside from being obsessed with watching movies, I've always been obsessed with the possibility of making one. Like even my book was written to be My Purple Rain. Like I wanted to star in this, sing all the songs I wrote. I actually wrote 14 songs for this movie that I want to record. And so I want to make one day. I don't want to direct this one. This is going to require some really awesome directors. But I do want to direct my my own movies. But the problem with me directing a movie is I have a really extraordinarily offensive sense of humor, and I have a really odd sense of beauty, and I really have a twisted sense of what's normal. You know, I don't know if you understand that, but things like the naked body don't mean anything to me. It's just you're born with the body, and this is the extra stuff, you know? So seeing a naked body isn't extra to me. It's just like, cool, you're born with that, awesome, nice, you know, good job. But it's not really like, oh, boobs, oh my god, hide them, please, my poor virgin eyes, hide the boobs. No. No, so some of the stuff I've written could be considered like pornographic to people because of the pervasive nudity, but so I'm kind of, I don't know if I could get people to actually film this stuff, but and you know, it's pretty some of the things that I write for the movies that I would direct are just so out there in concept that I wouldn't have a single clue how to physically make them with the special effects that I would have in mind. That doesn't mean I'm not going to do one eventually, but I will. You know, I'm just have to really carefully plan how I'm going to do that. And if I do it, I don't think I would care. If of course I would want people to like it, but I think I would do it for me because I would be making a movie that I want to see made. Does that make any sense? You know, you just do something because you love to do it. That's kind of where I'm at with movies. I would want to do one that just for love, just for me, you know, to see if I could do it. You know, same with music video. You know, there are things that I've written. Like, I have a stack of things that I've written, and each one is like, oh, this should be directed by this person, and this should be directed by that person, this should be directed by that person. And then I have this one little short stack of, okay, this is what I'm going to make, you know? So there's probably about 3 of those that that I have that are just for eventually I will film these, you know? And they may be pipe dreams, I may never film them, but I'd like to think that I would. Does that make sense to you? And to me, it's okay to have a fantasy because then you have something to strive for and work for, as long as it doesn't remain just in your brain. These are things I've actually written, plotted out who I would want to star in them and all this stuff. And, you know, a lot of these people that I would have star in them aren't A-list actors. They're just really amazing actors, you know, amazing people who aren't really well known. But I know about them because I watch B movies and cult movies and indie movies because I love that shit. All about it. You know, I miss going to conventions. I miss the atmosphere. I miss cosplaying, all that stuff. But, you know, I'm not gonna. If it opened tomorrow, I wouldn't go to one because it's not quite safe yet. You know, I may be stupid, but I'm not an idiot. I guess that's debatable too. Anyway, so here's a cheers to you guys for tolerating my BS. Another weird thing about me is I really love thrifting. If you can see behind me, there's some of my thrift store finds back there. I love finding like little treasures. Like this box. This is where actually I keep my adapters and stuff like that for my band room. You know, I love finding stuff like this. Sometimes I like refurbishing them. Sometimes I like cleaning them up, and sometimes I like turning them into something they were never meant to be, just something original that, you know, is all mine. It's something that I've doctored up, something I've made. And so I really love it. Like, I have very few people to go, you know, thrifting with. But, you know, when you find a thrifting partner, it's awesome because then you're not shopping, you're treasure hunting in a store, in a yard sale, in a moving sale, you know, and to me that's an amazing feeling. Like a lot of the things I have, you know, look brand new, but they're old junk that I got for 50 cents and just turned it into something pretty. So I like doing stuff like that. So yeah, thrifting. And I have a kind of thing where if I buy something new, like my little King's Crown glass here, I will give an old glass away so I can not over clutter myself, because we don't, you know, I don't have much space here, so, you know, so you don't really want a lot of clutter. So that's why I really appreciate, like, I mean, I have some DVDs, but I used to have a massive collection, and that's why I really appreciate digital films. Like, I have a massive digital film collection now. I look for the sales, like if it's on sale for 99 cents, I'll grab it and stuff like that. There too, so. But I own movies across 4 different mediums of digital movies, so that saves on space for me. I mean, of course, I love having the physical copies. I love having, you know, the laser discs of certain things. I mean, I have a few on the wall there, and then a few in the crate back there. But I do love collecting those physical things. But the digital medium for me is a great space saver. So that's another little quirk I have, is collecting movies, both physically, but mostly lately digitally, unfortunately. And okay, another weird thing about me is cosplaying. If you ever, you know, worked with me or known me, you'll know that I look for any excuse where I can wear one of my crazy outfits. I have 2 different Captain America outfits, working on 3 different Batman outfits. I love cosplaying, and half the time I don't even need a reason to. You know, I love going to the conventions, but those don't exist anymore. So sometimes I'll just, you know, dress up with my little girls and, you know, have fun with that. So it's not really something I need an excuse to do. I love cosplaying. And sometimes I love being in character. Sometimes I just want to take the pictures. Other times I just want to, you know, keep the dust off my cosplays. You know, or just have something to do, because, you know, building cosplays or making my tables or even doing these videos or writing my songs, writing my books. It's all things that occupy me. My brain's going constantly. So right now, I'll give you an example. I'm working on 5 different writing projects at the same time, as well as working on this table, the one out in the garage, and I guess I've always wanted to build my life around being creative, around creating, just following visions that I have or that are given to me, however you want to look at it. I like to think they're given to me, but sometimes it feels like I've accidentally mentally hacked into a cosmic signal and ended up with this song from another dimension that I must write down and present to this dimension. Silly, right? But there it is. So yeah, I love just constantly being creative. When I don't have a band to sing with, I kind of feel, I don't know, incomplete when I'm not performing, because I'm not expressing all of who I am when I'm not. So doing these little shows is a great outlet for me, because I get to perform a little bit, which, not much. I'm not singing, but I get to say hi to some friends like Karen Bailey. Hi, I love you. Sleepy T. What's up, brother? And and then I get to meet new people who are future courtiers or future fans of the show. Some people are actually fans of my writing and have found these shows, these Insomniac Storytimes, and have visited me. Not in person, but through the internet or DMs or something. So I really love that. I like talking to new people. I think my favorite thing of this year, of the whole year, was receiving this from Karen Bailey. I showed it in my last one when it's a art she did of one of my selfies. It was one of my promotional selfies, and these I'm going to be giving away. Not these prints. I'm going to keep these. They're dear to my heart. But I'm going to make prints of these and as giveaways for my Courtiers for the next 10 who sign up. So you can look forward to that in my newsletter on www.lordvale.com. So look forward to that. I look forward to sending them. And Karen Bailey, I love you dearly. You're so great. I love you. I guess if you're paying attention, some of you will notice behind me that I have my favorite indie film, Dead Hooker in a Trunk, playing. That was what began my lifelong love of the Soska Sisters. Hello, Jen. Hello, Sylvia. Hello, Princess Di. That's their doggy. Yeah, so that's usually playing in the background when I'm on one of these, but I've just now adjusted everything to where you can actually see the full screen. So, yeah. Another quirk of mine. I like shopping alone. I used to, before the pandemic and everything, my favorite thing to do is to go shopping at 2 or 3 in the morning, and that was my phone giving a notification through my speakers. Sorry about that. I still like going shopping at 1, 2, 3 in the morning when I had the store by myself. I could take my time, look for exactly what I want, not overspend, and then precisely when the pandemic struck, it was best to go early in the morning, when nobody was around, and then that changed to where everybody started shopping early in the morning. So I don't get to walk through the stores and carefully pick anything anymore. So now we just order online, and they just throw it in your trunk or in your car, and you take off without seeing anybody. I guess that's a trade-off. You don't get to walk through the store anymore, but I mean, that isolation for me still exists, so I guess I'm fine with it. It's whatever. But I do miss that, walking to the store by myself and just looking at stuff and planning meals. I don't know if you know this, I'm a really, really good cook, and so I don't just randomly shop. Oh, I need this, I need this, I need this. I like to plan the week of meals or a couple days of meals. I don't like to shop for a whole month if I can avoid it, because I would rather shop for a day or two, like plan some really nice meals for that. And which brings me to another quirk about myself, is I generally either won't cook or will make something super simple if I'm not cooking for people. It's like if I'm cooking for people like my family or guests, then I will cook a great meal. Like I'll make enchiladas or something amazing, some kind of fish, but it'll be awesome. If it's just myself, I'll get like an almond butter and jelly sandwich or something, or plain ramen. But when it's for guests, I'll make like awesome ramen that you would find better than any restaurant. So that's another quirk for me. Like if I'm just by myself, I don't cook big. I don't cook fancy. I just eat simply. Sometimes it's like bread and soup, or bread and juice, or bread and water. Because I'm not really. I'd rather, if I'm not cooking for people, I'll spend my time doing something creative. So yeah, there's that quirk, and I think that's going to be it for now. So. And you know a bit more about me. If you want to tell me something about yourself, tell me in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get a bit more into the algorithm on YouTube. So if you want to like, share, and subscribe on YouTube, that would be just beautiful, wonderful. Thank you. And so yeah, peace and love. Have a wonderful evening. I'll have another drink to your good health, probably to mine too. That's really good cognac. And I'll say good evening. I'll remind you again that I'm in association with Storytime LLC Group. So if you need interstate transportation or you need help finding the perfect job, go to StorytimeLLC.com and there